Hey guys, Eric here, and in today's guest video we have something truly incredible. If I could only own one statue in my collection, this would be the one. It's the XM Batman Sanity diorama with the concept artwork done by one of my favorite artists, David Finch. So now we have 12 characters on this diorama, so I wanted to do something a little bit different, and we're gonna do a review of each character individually, one by one, as it's being assembled. This way we can really capture each angle. Towards the end of the video, stay tuned because I'm going to do some comparison shots to other statues in my collection to see the size difference between this. So now this is the first time XM Studios has done a diorama, so let's see how they did. Okay, so this is the base. We already have one character on the base, which is Bane. The base in general is super big. It's super heavy. I would say it probably weighs anywhere between 40 and 50 pounds. This is the colored edition. If you haven't noticed by now, it was limited to 388 pieces. I have number 157. All right, so let's get all the characters on and see how it looks. Okay, so first up to go on the base is Clayface. He's got one peg on his left foot. Taking a look at Clayface, he's super cool looking. Even for a 1/6 character, Clayface is the biggest of them all. He's actually about the size of a 1/4 scale figure. Just look at his face with he's got like these inner teeth like it's his human version, and then the outer teeth where he transforms into his clay monster. Just really good looking. Love the way they did all the drips all over him. Look like he's clay, like melting. The painted fingernails. Some really nice texture work going on here. He just looks incredible. I mean, look at the inside of his mouth. You can see the tongue. It's really cool. Look at all that texture on the back. Before we put any more characters on the base, let's take a quick look at Bane. Again, you'll never see the front of his face, but they did a really nice job. He's got tons of veins running throughout his body. He's got the old school tank on the back with the venom tube. He's got a little bit of a glossy look to him, kind of like like shiny, kind of like he's all sweaty and juiced up from steroids. He's got some leathery texture on his mask with the fold line running up the center with some pulls in the fabric. Looks really good. Overall, looking at this, the base, you have this smoke effect. It's meant to look like a dream sequence for Batman. He's being surrounded by all of his villains. You have one of the Riddler's question marks here as an Easter egg. I also noticed on the other side of the base, I think there's one more actually. I haven't seen anybody mention. Let's see if I can find it again. Yeah, here it is up here. Looks like we have another question mark right there, which is pretty cool. The Batcave in general looks really good. Again, it has like a gloss on it to make it look like it's inside of a cave. It would be all wet looking. Next we have ManBat. With his two wings. So looking at ManBat, he's super creepy looking. Just again, the sculpt is really beautiful. The way they did his physique with all the muscles and the rips, he's like super cut looking. Even the way they did the colors with the midtones and the highlights, if you look at his ears, it like kind of fades off into a lighter color to make it kind of look like it's getting a little bit thinner in that area with the skin. All the veins running throughout the wings looks really good. He's got these super sharp black fingertip claws. Looking at the jeans, they're super textured looking. Make them look really realistic. I mean, look at that. Look how awesome that is. I didn't think I was going to like this character on this diorama, but, you know, ManBat's so iconic. He was the first villain in the Batman, the animated series, so, I mean, how can you not have him on the statue? I mean, he's just incredible looking. Then we have Scarecrow. With his two hands. Looking at Scarecrow, he's also super creepy looking. I mean, look at the details in the sculpt. He's got those beady eyes staring at you. Cool looking hat. The straw hair. He's got the noose around his neck. Also around his waist. He's got that rope belt. Tons of folds in the fabric and wrinkled. He's all raggedy looking. Some people mentioned they didn't like the old school fear toxin gas gun. Personally, I like the old look of it. It doesn't bother me. Even like in his hand that's grabbing up towards Batman, there's just tons of like veins and all these little details running throughout him. Super cool looking. Up next we have Batman with Poison Ivy's vine wrapped around his leg. With his portrait. And two arms. Also Batman's cape. So looking at Batman, he's basically what you think Batman would look like. He's just black and gray. He's got the gray suit with some black shading going throughout him. Looking at his leg, he's got Poison Ivy's vine wrapped around his leg. Looking at his utility belt, I like what XM did with the colors where it's gold on the bat symbol, but the pouches are more of a brown color to make them look like leather. Looking at his portrait, really fantastic job on his portrait. They nailed the skin tones and just the overall sculpt. It just looks really good. He's got some texturing going on with the cowl, and same thing with the gloves. He's got some texturing going on with the gloves. The cape has a really nice design and flow to it. I like what they did with the sculpt on the cape. Kind of like wraps around at the edges there, which will cover around the villains a little bit. Just overall, really nice job, and he's, again, also very cool looking. Up next, we have Mr. Freeze. Yeah, Mr. Freeze, again, he's such a cool looking character. I really love the way XM designed him. Take a look at his face sculpt. Tons of details going on. Even with the teeth are so small on a 1/6 scale, and it's just so clean and perfectly casted. His skin tones are great. It's like a combination of blues and greens. Looking at his freeze gun, it does look a little bit simple, especially compared to Scarecrow's gun. So maybe could have used a little improvement there, but I still love it. I love the old school look of this character. Great job with the paint from XM on the metallic blues and silvers. Love the red goggles on his face. His face sculpt is just really amazing. He does have the glass dome. I took that off right now because I don't want to get any reflections. Spinning him around. He does have the old school freeze tank on the back. Just really cool looking design. Really love the way this character came out. Next we have Poison Ivy. Such a beautiful face sculpt on this. They did such an amazing job overall sculpting all these characters. Love the way the hair is, the way the hair flows and all the hair strands. She's got that classic costume one piece on, which I love the look of that. All the little leaves and vines wrapped around her arms. It's just painted perfectly. Nothing sloppy on the paint on any of these characters. XM's paint department just did an amazing job on all of these characters, getting the paint and the shading and the highlights and the midtones. Just perfect. Really beautiful. Look at that. Up next we have Two-Face. So looking at Two-Face, again, just an amazing job with the sculpt and the paint. All the colors in his face, they're beautifully blended together between the highs, the mids, and the lows. Love the way he looks. He's flipping the coin there. And then you rotate him around and that monster face, oh my god, it's just incredible looking. Look at all the details and the texturing going on in there, his eye bulging out. It's just fantastic looking. His suit, he has the pinstripe. It's like a bluish color with tons of black, kind of like a black wash shading going on there. It's just really super nice looking. He's got his pistol, nice weathering on the pistol to make it look like it's really metal. They just did a really fantastic job with this piece overall. I mean, come on, look how incredible that looks. Up next we have Harley Quinn. With her handle and her mallet. Taking a look at Harley Quinn, again, beautiful sculpt on the face and just overall beautiful sculpt on the body. I love the old school Jester outfit. She's got the big mallet. You can rotate the mallet if you want the colors swapped around with the red on top or the black on the bottom. Kind of like the black on top to kind of play off Mr. Freeze's simple colors. But yeah, I mean, look at the face sculpt. It's just so well done. Even like all the little details. She has like all these little stitches going around her Jester mask. It's really beautiful overall. Even the diamond patches on her legs have like these little stitches that look like they're stitched onto our costume. Yeah, she came out really good. Up next we have Catwoman. Catwoman, simple as far as the colors go, you know, because she wears a black suit, but when you take a look at the suit, there's all these tons of folds in the fabric and, you know, stretches in the material. It's just really well done. I love the belt. It has the cat emblem, but then for the belt itself, it's like made out of pieces of her whip. Just look at all the creases in the fabric and the folds. It's really nice looking. Again, a beautiful portrait, the way they did this. Again, it's just so hard to capture details in portraits on 1/6 scale statues, and XM just does a fantastic job at doing this. You have pieces of her hair strand peeking out through her mask. The red cat eyes, goggles. Her fingertips are super sharp looking with the claws. Love the gloves. Got like more of like a leathery material look to them. Just super fantastic overall. Yeah, look at that. It's beautiful. Next we have the Penguin. With his hand and his umbrella. I can't say I have a favorite sculpt on this statue because they're all just so fantastic, but the Penguin is definitely one of my favorites. Between the way they did the paint and the sculpt, looking at his face, the colors between the transitions of colors of highs, mids, and lows is just perfectly done and balanced. That chain is a real chain. Again, with the teeth are just super clean looking with the sculpt. Love the glass monocle eye, the top hat. It all just looks very incredible. He's got the purple pinstripe suit. It alternates between dark purples and light purples. You can see all the details with the folds in his jacket. And even looking at his umbrella, the umbrella looks just so incredibly realistic with the handle, and just the way they did everything is just, again, so fantastic. Look at the big nose on him. Yeah, this piece is just amazing overall. And then finally we have the Joker. There he is, Mr. J, the Joker. Again, beautiful sculpt on the face. He looks so sinister and evil looking, like he's up to no good. Tons of texture in his purple jacket. All the little ornate details in his gold vest. He's got the dark green bow tie, but the light green collared shirt. He's got his hand going over Batman's shoulder like, hey, I'm your best buddy. The pinstripe pants is just beautifully sculpted. Everything just looks fantastic. The look in his face, it's just so well done with the details on these XM 1/6 pieces. All the texturing. And then, of course, he has the iconic bang flag. It's just really nicely done. Let's see if we can focus on it. There we go. Bang. All right, there you have it. XM Batman Sanity This thing is definitely Sanity. It is insane. It is insanely good. If you haven't noticed by now, I love this thing. I had the chance to see this at New York Comic Con, the prototype. I can tell you 100% the prototype matches the production piece. It is 100%, it lives up to the hype. Yes, it's missing certain things like the Riddler, and yeah, we could have added Mad Hatter and Killer Croc. It's not going to happen. Get over it. This is what it looks like. It's insane. If you have the chance to pick it up, pick it up. Stay tuned after the video because I am going to compare it to other pieces in my collection. Real quick, we will do some measurements on it now. So let's see. If we're looking at the height, you're going to need about 25 inches for the height. For the depth, you got to keep in mind Clayface's back to the tip of the smoke cloud. I would say 20.5 inches for the depth, and for the width, you're going to need about 18 inches. For accurate measurements, you can visit XM Studios' website. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time.
Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these two awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.